What is up, everybody? It's Sam, and we are back with another episode of Pessimistic at Best, the podcast. And I have Grace on the pod. I'm excited to have you on this podcast.
I'm so excited.
I don't want you to be nervous. It's going to be amazing.
I'm so ready. Long time coming.
And you look perfect with the microphone in your hand.
Oh, thank you. I'm such a natural.
It's meant to be. Well, it was so nice to have you over for dinner.
It was delicious.
So like this is our first
I was overfed.
one-on-one hang.
I feel like you guys kind of fed me a little bit too much.
And we tend to do that.
I have a little bit of sleepiness going on, but
Totally.
we're going to wake it up.
Yes, we are. Well, it's one of those things where like every time that I do this, James will cook. And then I think all of Half Baked Harvest's recipes technically serve 6 people.
Oh, there you go.
And we are 3.
Yeah.
So
it's meal prep. It's great. You're set for the week
Something
now.
for tomorrow.
Yeah.
I actually famously don't really like to meal prep. I hate leftovers.
Well, I don't get leftovers because
Yeah.
my boyfriend Mick constantly just finishes whatever we make.
Totally.
So, it's not really like something that's happening in our household. But
See, I don't
the
have
idea
one
of it's
those.
great.
James does not eat very much.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like he's a small guy and
He's a
he
little
has
guy.
a small stomach. And so we end up with all this food and I don't know, I need to get over it. I used to try and meal prep so much in college.
Yeah.
And something about leftovers just gives me the fucking ick.
That's so fair. It really depends what it is for me. Like if it's leftover like meat or fish,
Right. That's
it's a no-go for me, for sure.
Yeah.
But if it's like, okay, here's a little bit of like rice or lasagna, like a pasta, I can do that. No problem.
Yeah, that's fair. I feel like some pasta doesn't reheat very well. And
Yeah.
then I get so grossed out. I'm one of those people where my leftovers, I typically just eat cold.
Yep.
Which could be why I don't
It can
like
be
them.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It works for some meals.
I agree.
Are you an air fry household?
I want one. I don't own one.
Okay.
I'm not a proud owner. Are
And
you?
They're very good. Yes. We have one now, although it is at the bottom of our, like under our sink area right now. So it has not
In
properly
use.
been leveraged.
Yeah.
It is a clunky guy though, I will
Okay.
say. Like it is not a convenient thing to just take out
Yeah.
and have unless you have like ample counter space.
Yeah.
But it is really convenient. You throw in like some frozen chicken or
I think
You know,
that would
just
make me a
reheating
lot more comfortable
fries.
cooking meat.
yes,
Yeah.
that could work.
Because I honestly don't. If I'm making a meal and James isn't home,
Mm-hmm.
it is a vegetarian meal.
Oh yeah, cooking meat is not my bag. I am
No.
not gonna
It's kinda
poison
scary.
us. Yes, for
Yeah.
sure. It is scary. I'm
I
not
don't
doing
trust
that.
myself. Maybe chicken, but
And it just kind of gives me the ick too. Like never
need to
even
know.
had vegetarian tendencies in my life.
No,
but
right, same.
the second I'm getting like whiffs or manhandling some raw meat,
100%.
it's not happening. Yeah.
Handling. No, that's so fucking
Yeah.
true.
No.
It's not right.
No.
I want an air fryer because what changed like my entire life was I saw this woman like make like she did like a marshmallow situation and made
Oh, that's
s'mores in her
fun.
air fryer and I was like that looks fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's really yummy.
Maybe messy.
Yeah, but it
looks
could work.
delicious.
It could work. Put a little tin foil at the bottom.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like James and I like recently or like a couple years ago when it was a craze like bought into the Instant Pot.
Yeah. See, I've got one of those and a crock pot.
Yeah.
Neither in use,
I
of
never
course.
touch it.
But like at
We
least
use it to
Instant Pot,
cook rice.
quick, instant.
You're right.
Yeah.
But I'm not like a big like soup or stew kind of
No.
girl, chili like
No.
so it just kind of mostly sits unused, which I feel like is why I have been hesitant about jumping on the air fryer craze.
Yeah, that's fair. It's just another thing that is just bulky
Kitchen
as
appliance,
hell. Yeah,
yeah.
you just simply don't need
But
it.
it seems more useful.
Yeah,
And it kind of seems like the trend is lasting longer.
it is. I think it is a more sustainable trend.
More
There's a lot of good crock pot, Instapot kind of meals you can
Yeah.
throw together.
Yeah.
I've got like 2 books on crock pots, I think, too, in our apartment.
Yeah.
Why?
No,
you know,
right.
it's not like I'm testing new recipes, you know.
Right.
But I don't know. We'll see what happens this winter, but it's just something I feel like I'm going to hold on to cuz
Yeah.
how would you possibly get rid of that,
No,
you know?
exactly. So
You never
true.
know. Maybe I'll need like all of a sudden some chicken wild rice soup one day.
You truly have no idea.
Yeah.
I know for us, I think it's one of those things where we like buy all these things. Since moving here, we've tried to get more into cooking like we were saying.
Mm-hmm.
And I think so much of that has been on James. I pick out most of the recipes and then he'll like go to the store. I hate going grocery shopping.
Hate it.
I
Hate
think
it.
going to the grocery store is hell on earth.
What grocery store do you have closest to you too?
So Logan Square is honestly a bit of a food desert in
Okay.
terms of grocery stores specifically. There aren't very many over here. Like we don't have any of the big Chicago ones. We don't have like a Jewel. I don't think we have. Maybe there's Mariano's, but it's kind of far away from me. I At first, when we moved here, we were going to Tony's.
What
At
is
Tony's
that?
Fresh Market. Have you ever been?
No.
Don't go.
Is that a legitimate operation?
And there are a few of them.
Never heard of that.
And I had been to one in like Lakeview, and
Okay.
the Tony's in Lakeview has to be triple the size. And then there's a Tony's over here, and this place is it's like big but incredibly small somehow all at once. The aisles are so skinny. Every time that I like come across an employee in there, it's like a teenager who has their AirPods in and like rolls their eyes at you if you ask them a question.
Yeah,
like
it's just mad you're even
so bad.
thinking of shopping in their establishment.
Completely. And I'm like, you're literally getting paid to do that. Just
Yeah.
show me where I need to go.
100%.
Please.
Me and some friends were just talking about how it is shocking that on the west side here, we don't have any Trader Joe's nearby.
I know, I'm pissed about it.
It is just like, this is the indie hipster capital of Chicago.
Completely true.
What the hell are you doing having it in like
Maybe we need to write them a letter.
Lincoln? Where is it? Is it Lincoln Park or like
I think
Lakeview?
so.
Lakeview, maybe more so.
Yeah.
But like, it's ridiculous.
No, I
I heard
know.
a rumor that Walgreens, old Walgreens, Six Corners was going to turn into
Really?
a Trader Joe's at one point, but now
Okay.
it might be a Barnes and Noble, which is definitely still in business apparently. Yeah, like, oh good, thank you.
But we
need
were
that.
needing one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Insane. No,
No.
I would kill to be close to a TJ's.
I would love it.
I also feel like Trader Joe's is perfect for cooking for one or two.
Yes.
Like their portion sizes are definitely meant for smaller groups.
100%.
And I feel like I go to any like commercial grocery store and I'm getting like a pound of cilantro.
Yeah.
It's like I'm never going to use all of this
For
before
sure.
it spoils.
The frozen food game at Trader Joe's is just unmatched.
Completely so strong.
I have never had a freezer really packed in my adult life of like
true.
ready to go food.
Yeah.
But now I might consider
Yeah.
if I went to a Trader Joe's.
Absolutely.
Throw in like, I've got this thing for the seafood paella there.
Oh my God, amazing.
Not
I
nothing to
love
write home
paella.
about by any
Sure.
means, but like, you know, you got a little shrimp in there, a little squid or
Completely.
something, and rice. It's like, yeah, I will eat that.
Yes.
Serving of one.
No, right.
Mm-hmm.
They know what they're doing there too. Like the vibes are just high vibrational.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
have a real pulse on what the consumer wants.
Absolutely. And all the jokes about how like when you're checking out, like they'll flirt with you.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Yeah. Would love for that to happen to me. If only I had a Trader Joe's in
I
my
want
area.
someone to do that instead of roll their eyes and take out their AirPods.
For sure.
Yeah.
A girl can dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I would kill to be near a TJ's. I also feel like, because is Trader Joe's, am I making this up? Is Trader Joe's and Aldi, are they under the same umbrella?
Interesting. I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't know if
think
I've
that's
heard
true.
that.
I might be lying.
Fact check that one.
Seriously.
Yeah.
But we tried to there is an Aldi over
Okay.
here. And James tried to do that. And he went in there. I think it was a relatively new Aldi too. So I don't think they were like fully set up and
Got it.
running in an operational sort of way.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, it was hell on earth in there. There was complete chaos. Like he was like, I am never going back.
Just
to
a
an
million
Aldi.
people or what?
He was
Or
like,
just like
it
shelves
is
in disarray.
unorganized.
Yeah.
And like it is one of those places. I think all Aldis are like this, where like you're supposed to like bring your own baskets and boxes.
Oh, so if you're not prepared, you're
Yeah.
screwed from the jump.
I
yeah.
think otherwise you have to like do a quarter and get a card or whatever. It's a whole thing.
Oh, no.
And he was just like, this is not what I was prepared for. So now we shop at a Cermak.
Okay, yeah.
And Cermak, I have no idea how they're in business because no one is ever fucking there when we go. But I love that. That I can actually get down with.
Yeah.
And they're always playing like really actually fun Latin jams. And I'm kind of actually having a good time
that's
at the
great.
grocery store.
Yeah.
Still try not to go, but if I can help it.
No, that's great. They're
Where do you guys
they're
go?
staffed appropriately.
Absolutely.
So we have a Mariano's kind of walking distance, but
Okay.
it's like pretty sad if I go by myself and I try to get like one thing of milk or eggs.
Right.
Like the second you add like one,
Ooh,
too
so
many
much you can
cans,
carry.
it's like help. Like I need a little like old lady cart to help me out.
I actually do want one of those.
That actually
Yeah.
is very functional this
Yeah.
day and age. So we'll do that if we need to do like a big haul, especially for, condiments and like,
Yes.
things that you can really only get like at a larger space.
Mm-hmm.
We have that Farmer's Pride produce, I think it's
Oh,
called.
I don't know that.
That really cute green awning with the orange like letters outside. It's on the
Oh,
corner
okay.
of Western and Chicago.
Actually, I do know what
Small
you're talking about.
little like market. Pretty good. I feel like we ended up just getting the
Mm-hmm.
same like 10 things there, but
Yeah.
tried and true. you're paying a little bit more, but then we're like, ooh, we're so
It's local.
food conscious. My boyfriend's a non-profit, food
Yes.
safety, food sustainability.
So
Ooh, we love
true.
it. When I'm just like, no, I'm lazy and I hate the Mariano's checkout line.
No,
So,
100%. Do you guys ever drive to the grocery store?
yeah, we mostly will drive to Mariano's.
Yeah.
But then even that's like, let me drive up onto this, rooftop of the parking lot, take the
Right.
elevator down to go outside to,
Yeah.
it's just, it's a chore.
They certainly don't make it easy.
They don't. They don't
No.
want me to buy stuff there.
Yeah. I have, because James likes cooking, well, and I think because I don't like cooking is why I don't like going to the grocery store. Like, I'm like, already I have to do this chore.
Yeah.
Just to get the supplies to do another chore that I still don't feel like doing.
Okay, that's fair. See, I like cooking a bit, so to me it's like, okay, getting the things that I need for a recipe,
Sure.
but if that's just double whammy chores
No,
for you, that's no
right.
fun.
We're completely
I'm a
screwed.
list maker, I would
Yeah.
say. Like, if my dream world is I just have 10 collaborative notes app lists that I share with him, and I'm like, go,
Yes.
make it happen.
Yeah.
These are the things we have to plan for this entire winter.
No,
These are
right.
the things I need you to get today, and these are the things we need for our apartment tomorrow.
Oh
You
my
know,
God, I love
Like,
that. I do love to make a list. I feel like that's why I'll pick out the recipe.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable playing that role.
Yes. Checking off is another game, but like
Yes.
just making it, I feel like helps with
Absolutely.
any stress. You just feel like, oh, at least I know the things I'm not gonna do.
Yeah, so true. No, that's completely true. Okay, well, if you like making lists, do you like planning trips?
Yes and no.
Okay, interesting.
Like, what kind of trips? Like for
mostly
like
for pleasure. Like if you're going on a
friend
fun
trips
trip.
versus, like a little romantic getaway. Because to me, like, very different. I feel like
I would agree with that.
with friends, it's like, oh my God.
I prefer to be hands off.
Yes, that is so, but also at the same time, I don't trust my friends to not
Yeah.
A, F it up,
Right.
B, spend $1 million on the most unnecessary things.
So
Like,
fucking
I like to
true.
try to be a little fiscally responsible on like
Yes.
my big girls trips. But like a romantic getaway, like, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Airbnb's in my name.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
I booked the
same.
flights.
100%.
I know the check-in time. I got the meal prep ready to go.
Yeah.
We're gonna hit the grocery store for XYZ, but
Yeah. I'm the same. I feel like if there are too many sort of personalities I have to account for,
Yes.
then it's not going to be fun.
No.
To plan that trip because in fact, there's no way I'm going to make everybody happy.
No.
So I'm going to actually step back.
yeah.
But if I'm planning a trip for me and James, I'm taking the reins. 100%. I feel like I kind of hacked the system recently with trip planning. I was like looking at all these lists. We were going to San Francisco of just like all the bars, restaurants, things you had to hit, whatever. And then I realized that I could kind of just like use Google Maps to figure out which things were all in the same area
Yeah.
and like star
Consolidate
everything.
it a bit, yeah.
And I was like, okay, we can have a day over here. We can have a day over here. We can have a day over here. And then like quite literally our trip was planned to a T, which I was like, okay, maybe I did a little bit too much.
No, but that's good.
yeah.
I feel like I almost get decision fatigue where
Oh, 100%.
I have this whole list of stuff I want to do, and then the second I'm there, I'm like,
Now
I'm not
what?
even like thinking about what I want to do. I just want to make sure everyone I'm on a trip with is having fun too. So it's like,
Yeah.
I couldn't possibly recommend this, but what if they want to do,
No, totally.
But sometimes you need someone to like take the reins and be the person in control
Yeah.
planning it. But
No, every once in a while, I definitely just want to give it up to whoever, and
Yes.
I'll be happy wherever we go.
I also would love to go on a vacation one day where I truly am just like ass in the sand, drink in my hand.
100%.
Like I feel like I always want to go to a new city and explore it all, which is
Yeah.
great. Like there's certain cities for that.
Mm-hmm.
But then there are times where it's like, can we not do anything?
I know.
Like I just want to kind of sit and drink and hang out and
I feel like I'm the exact same. I also used to think when I traveled, like when I did my first ever trip to Europe, James and I were like, I don't know, sophomores in college or something. We were like, let's go to Europe. It'll
Yeah.
be so fun. And I thought that what you were supposed to do over there was like hit every tourist destination. We went to every museum. I don't care about history.
yeah.
I like some art, but not all of it. And we went to like every historical monument. I was like, I have seen like 45 statues at this point. They're all blurring together. Like, I actually don't give a fuck about any of this.
100%.
And then I realized that the way I actually like to vacation is just to eat and drink my way through a city.
Yeah.
That's it.
And that's actually how you get like the real experience.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that too. My friend Christy I studied abroad with and went to college with. Shout out Christy. She and I were in Prague together, and I feel like we always joke that we just did it completely wrong. Like,
No, totally.
like being in Prague is super cool because you get to like from Prague go to all these other like Eastern European countries you probably wouldn't go to otherwise, like Vienna, Budapest, do the whole shebang. But like we were not like taking in the sights. We'd go to a city, black out, find the nearest bar, like leave hungover for our Lufthansa flight at 8 the next day. Like we did nothing correct. But then I feel like we'd go to like any city, like big tourist thing for like our sober activity. And I would just look around and be like, this is a tourist trap. I can't believe we're eating here in such a tourist trap. It's like, oh my God. Just
I know.
what did you think you signed up for here?
So true.
Either do it or don't. You can't complain about tourist traps
Right.
when you're blacking out and being the most annoying Americans.
That's so true. That's so true. I feel like I was doing the exact same shit on study abroad. I wish I knew better. Like,
but also like, thanks mom and dad for paying for that, but I had a good time.
no, right. And honestly, thank God I made it back alive.
Yeah, we made it.
Straight up.
Yeah. I'm glad I didn't watch Taken before that because it would have been bad news.
Hey, that's a funny story. So, in my like first 2 weeks, no. Well, damn near. Within my first 2 weeks of being on study abroad, I studied abroad in London, and the first like trip me and my friend Molly decided to go on was like one of the more like school sanctioned trips.
Yep.
And it was just like a bus from London to Liverpool. I can't even remember if we made stops in between, and we were like spending one night in Liverpool or something. And so there was like probably a group of like 30 of us. We got on like one of those mega buses, and we went up to Liverpool super early in the morning, and I want to say we were coming back like the following evening, and the bus driver was like, you know, the bus was pretty much all women.
Yeah.
Maybe there were like 3 guys on this whole bus. And this male bus driver was like, for this group that has just freshly decided to study abroad, mostly girls, let's throw Taken on the school TVs, on the bus TVs.
Wait, so just like the little like drop down.
Yes. So on all
TVs on the
6
back.
TVs in the bus,
Maybe
we're
was
watching
he teaching you a
Taken.
lesson? Was this a warning, perhaps?
He's like, I'm gonna scare the shit out of all these girls.
You
so
could show
that-
like on an airplane. It's like, here's the like whole instructional video. Put your hands inside,
Yes.
put their jackets on like this. This was his informational video.
No, literally.
But it was just
What not to do,
for sure.
Yeah.
Let this
my
be a
gosh.
lesson.
I was like, you have to be kidding me right now. It was crazy.
Can we turn back, bus driver?
Yeah, straight up.
I'm not having fun anymore.
Oh my God, this big baby.
I know.
Such
Stretchy
a ham.
McGee.
Seriously.
I cannot.
He's so much sometimes.
I love him.
Cat on the pod.
Cat on the pod.
Guest star.
Whoa.
Sometimes he gets a little sassy.
Attack cat on the pod.
Every time that I touch his belly, he'll like it for 2 seconds, and then all of a sudden he'll be like, enough.
But that's kind of the beauty of a cat.
Yeah.
You don't know
So
what you're gonna
temperamental.
get. Yeah.
So true.
Do you love me or are you gonna kill me?
Did you grow up with cats?
I always had. It's so funny. I always say I had a cat. I always had a cat.
Okay.
Not like they were just kind of like a fixture that
Sure,
were
yes,
in
yes,
my
yes.
household.
Mhm.
We were very much a dog family. I always had 1 to 2 dogs.
Okay.
I kind of think we burned through them too. Like I grew up with. There was one dog who was a little older when I was little. R.I.P. Tucker, hit by a car when I was like very
Oh,
little.
shit. Okay.
Great dog.
Yes.
Then we get Lark and Toby. I left some cat toys out and Toby ate them and he did not make it through surgery. R.I.P. Toby.
Oh, fuck.
Lark was my girl. She was my big black lab I had from
Okay.
like, to like 5th-ish grade.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got Buck, a golden retriever. And now my parents they downsized to a little Cocker Spaniel Scout.
Okay.
So yes, there have been many a dog through our home.
Yes.
But always like a cat's just kind of there.
Okay.
Max
totally.
was there for a moment.
Okay.
Pete, short for Petunia, was with us.
Are these cats that you guys like actually had, or they would sort of like a
Yeah.
neighborhood cat wandering into the house?
They were squatters. No, these were
Okay.
these were adopted cats legally under our name.
Okay. Yes.
But they were indoor outdoor cats. Like we'd have a little like area on the screen they could kind of get
Come and
through
go
in
as
the
they
window or
please.
the door. Yeah. And they'd like always come back because they were fed, but
yeah.
they were not, like really running that household by any
Sure.
means. But I enjoyed growing up with cats. They're
Yeah.
a fun little
No, they're very entertaining.
Yeah, none of them ever wanted to like be my friend. They love my dad, but like
interesting.
I'd still like mess around and like try to hang out. Obviously,
everyone's gonna try their best.
Yeah. I wasn't chosen, but
I very much grew up. I don't have any siblings,
so
I'm an only child, and I feel like my parents were like, okay, we'll just fill the house with animals.
I love that.
So that she can sort of have something.
And a Tarzan of you.
Totally. So we had like. At one point, all at once, we had 2 dogs, 3 cats, a bunch of fish. So
the fish. What was up with that?
So many fish.
Did every like Midwestern house have the biggest aquarium of all time?
I think so.
I had 1,000 fish, like Percostromus, crawfish were in there in a minute. It's like, why do we have an entire ecosystem in here?
So true.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even think about getting a fish tank.
Wouldn't cross my mind.
No.
What a chore.
So much
like, how do you have to clean that? For a fish?
Right.
Perhaps not. Yeah.
I feel like that's such a Midwestern dad trope of like obsessed with fish, closest he'll ever get to the tropics.
Oh, for sure. Well, in a past life, I would have traveled to see these fish in real life.
Straight up.
Oh, that's funny.
And I feel like my dad went so far as to literally dig a hole in the backyard and build a pond.
Oh, I thought you were going to say like bury the fish. Yeah.
Full pond.
That too. You need to have a send off. But a pond, wow.
Yeah.
My neighbors across the street growing up, they had a very pretty koi pond.
Okay.
And at my cabin, we found little tadpoles.
Oh, shit.
Brought them home to raise them, which was so cute. And the second that they metamorphosized,
sure,
right?
I think so.
Hilary Duff into little frogs.
Yeah.
Had this beautiful moment, released them on the lily pads in the koi pond. I'm like 3rd grade maybe.
Yeah.
These motherfucking koi fish. Slurp, slurp, slurp. Come up and just eat them all. I'm sobbing. My mom's like, it's a circle of life, babe. Like, you just fed them. It's okay. Those were my little babies I raised.
I'm feeling like maybe you dealt with a lot of animal death in your younger years.
There's a lot of animal trauma to unpack here.
Yeah. No, I feel that. My dad very much like, I don't think ours are koi. I think they're just really big goldfish. I actually don't know if there's a difference.
Yeah. No, I think there is.
Yeah. Well, and there's something about fish where they'll kind of adjust to the size of their environment.
Okay.
So, like, if you had those exact same fish in a fish tank, they wouldn't get nearly as big, which I think is fascinating.
So they can get bigger in your little pond. Yeah, that makes sense.
And my dad very much did have a fish tank in the house, in his office, and then we had this pond outside, so sort of experimenting with both.
Oh, yeah. Running a little science lab over there.
Mm-hmm. Well, and then it was interesting because the fish would start actually like making babies. So then every year he started getting really intense about like, okay, then we actually have to like figure something out for winter because it can't freeze over because there are little ones in there.
Oh, wait. Yeah. What do you do?
So he had like all these heaters. There was all sorts of things. And some of the fish wouldn't make it through. And he was very upset about that every year. Mm-hmm. And as soon as it would thaw, he'd go and count how many were left.
The death toll. Seriously. Ring the bell. Hunger Games. Tributes flashing on the screen.
Oh my God, so sad.
I know.
And then we started actually also getting like a lot of, maybe more so like toads. Mm-hmm. And it's actually still so funny now to this day. If I like go over towards the pond, I never can see them.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, if you like walk towards it, all the toads will get really scared and jump in, and you'll just hear like bloop.
Like toads can't swim.
I know, so I don't know what they're going.
Oh my God. What are we gonna do?
Mm-hmm. And sometimes every once in a while, a toad or a frog or something will make its way into sort of the, I think, aerator.
Ooh.
And he'll get stuck in there and drown, which is always a bit sad. Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. Mm-hmm. You don't like to see that.
No. It also became sort of a breeding ground for ducks, which was interesting. So these 2 ducks every single year. I heard ducks mate for life. Again, fact check me.
Little penguin vibe?
Yeah, like they would like come and like make their babies and like hatch like a bunch of ducklings. And then the ducklings would do their first swim in our little pond. And then my parents would start, there was like a larger, public park with a pond nearby. Mm-hmm. And when the ducklings were finally ready to like walk over there, my parents would like walk with them to make sure like they didn't get hit by a car.
Yeah. It's like those toddlers walking across the street with on the leash. Your dad's just like mother duck. No, I would love for some ducklings to imprint on me. I think that would be
absolutely
a bucket list item.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I've got 5 ducks to take care of.
Yeah, no, I'm busy.
These are my children.
Yeah. I did hear it is a little bit scary though when they mate.
Why?
I don't, that's something, I think a male duck, this is R-rated section of the podcast. Male ducks, apparently their like dick is like a cork.
Oh, I think I heard this because then you can't
can't get it out.
There's no proper pull-out method for the duck.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of totally up to them, which is
borderline non-consensual.
100%.
Yeah.
Which I think might happen a lot in the animal community.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. So crazy.
Wow.
So sort of like, lots of wildlife, no siblings, but animals for sure.
We went from ducks, corkscrew, genitalia, somehow after talking about growing up with cats.
I know, it is crazy. This podcast will just take you
It'll take you in places you never thought you'd go.
Well, okay, is having an indoor outdoor cat kind of scary?
Not really, because there was never like growing up any scare I had. Okay. The only time it was ever scary was when we had our cat up at the cabin. Now this was a little maybe too laissez-faire that we would bring our cat up to the middle of the Wild River woods in Wisconsin and be like, all right, you can leave our little screened in A-frame, go take a little stroll, come back at night. Or like when we were trying to leave the cabin Sunday morning and you can't find your cat and you're like, vivid memories of my mom shaking the cat treats into the woods.
Totally.
And then I'm being like, why do we let the damn cat out in the middle of the wild wilderness? Like,
I'm kind of honestly surprised that they could adjust to that new environment that fast. I feel like if they left that.
But again, like, I think as long as you're feeding it, I guess it's going to come back.
That's true.
But I don't know. There were definitely times that like Pete, she ran off on her own, did her own little side quest for a day and then would come back. But that was the only time I was like, okay, I mean, there's actually things that go bump in the night here that could come and snatch her up easy. Yeah. In the city, I think the biggest scare we had was like a college kid next door, because we were near a college campus, started feeding our cat. So for 2 seconds, they thought that maybe this was a stray cat. Yeah. And I think they eventually talked to my parents, and my parents were like, the cat is fat. Yeah, right. Clearly someone is feeding her. This is not some like lone stray you found at the street. Like, she's fed. Right. The girl's eaten.
No, right. She's doing just fine.
Yeah, she's all right. If anything, she should be fed less.
Yeah, totally. I mean, same. This seems to be an issue around this house.
I know.
Well, because our cats love...
It's just the coat.
Yeah. No, he's massive under there. Our cats love to go outside, but it's only supervised for us. Okay. Otherwise, like, I just don't.
In the backyard? Are you a leash family?
We do have leashes. They hate them. Mm-hmm. We definitely are, like, totally those cat owners. But I feel like we also have let them out in the backyard enough without that now they've come to, like, expect that. So anytime we try to do anything different, extremely against.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's funny to see a cat on a leash, but it also is kind of nice to be like, oh, they've got cats, but they're, you know, change of scenery, right? You know, let's get out and into society.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. Yeah, it was funny too. Like, I had so many pets growing up, and I feel like my mom, when I grew up and left for college, my parents were down to, let's see, I think just like one dog, and at that point, down to one. And I think at that point, they were like, and my mom's an artist. My dad was close to retirement. She wanted to travel a little bit more for like her art shows. And I think at that point, they were like, okay, we don't necessarily need to get another dog when Gracie dies. And I don't know.
Gracie?
Excuse me?
Okay. Okay.
And I think at that point.
We should unpack that.
No, seriously. Gracie Allen Georgeson was her full name.
Oh, God. So distinguished.
And I think at that point, I don't know what or how this all unfolded, but now my parents are like the go-to pet sitters for every single family in our neighborhood.
Do they like that though?
I think they do like it. I think it's a lot.
Yeah.
Every time I'm home now, they're babysitting another cat, dog, chickens. They recently babysat my neighbor's chickens. Yeah. So they seem to be.
That's a lot.
Having their full of animals. No problem.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. Crazy.
Right, the life.
I know. I used to think about, have you ever thought about doing like Rover or any of those?
Is that the like dog walking thing? No, I have a friend who did it for a little bit and she had a good time. Like, you know, you find a couple good dogs in the neighborhood and it's like, oh, right, there's, you know, $15 here or there.
Yeah.
I think it was just like the time commitment. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to actually like jump on this.
Yeah.
But
I've thought about doing it also because sometimes we think about getting a dog and I'm like, maybe that would like teach me a lesson of like, this is actually a lot of work.
You're fostering in a way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm lately been on a Facebook Marketplace a lot for all of our new apartment needs. And I think it might be the same reason why like that's kind of weird to me that like I might not do Rover. It's the going into a stranger's home thing that's a little uncomfortable. Like they could be the most normal person. Like I've had to pick up like 4 things in the past couple weeks.
Yeah.
And everyone's been so nice online and perfectly friendly.
Yeah.
But it's still like I couldn't fathom, you know, doing that by myself or just like, I don't know. It just feels like an invasion of privacy, if not like a safety thing for me.
I agree.
Just going into someone's home, I'm like, all right. And I'm talking to the dog. I'm talking to their dog.
Yeah.
Are you ready to, like, is there a camera?
I know. No, seriously. I feel like everybody has one now.
Yeah.
Even just with all of the like TikTok Ring camera content, I'm like, I am not safe walking on the street.
No.
If I think I'm alone, I'm probably talking to myself. Like,
For
I don't know. It's not good.
No. I love talking to myself,
Same.
though. It's the best.
We have so much to say.
Yeah. I can't, no one wants to listen to it all the time. So, like, it's got to get out.
No, so
the internal
true.
voice wants out.
Absolutely. I feel like that's actually something I've gotten so bad about, too, like working from home. My filter isn't as strong because I'm just here. I can say whatever I want. No coworkers are around to hear me. Like, and I'm like, yeah, I really got to watch that. Yeah. Or it's going to come out next time I'm in the office.
For sure.
Yeah. So fucking funny. Okay, well, I would love to get into your good, bad, ugly.
Yay.
Let's start with your good.
Okay. My good is Autumn's Rebrand.
Okay.
And I think this has been maybe the second season that I have liked Autumn.
Interesting.
I was never a fall girly.
Okay.
And I'm starting to come around.
When's your birthday?
December.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Duh.
So I'm a December girl. I think I'm just trying to figure out like why I'm just now liking fall too. But like I'm very much in it. I like, really like it now. And I think like maybe you need 10-ish years outside of high school to like reclaim fall as not back to school.
So fair.
Like there's something like, I mean, in college it's like, okay, back to school is fun. It's September. We're, you know, already on campus.
Yeah.
What does it mean? It's like tailgates, back to bars with friends, football, fine.
Yeah.
High school, it's like, okay, you're actually like doing work, you know.
Yeah.
Not as exciting. Like there's real stuff
Certainly
to be done.
Not. Yeah.
But now I'm just like starting to like fall a little bit.
That's actually really interesting because I feel like James would completely agree with you, and he and I were just talking about this yesterday because I've always loved fall.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that I like loved school, at least not in high school.
Yeah.
But I feel like I liked it enough in college. My birthday's in summer. I feel like I should love summer. I just hate being hot.
Well, the heat is a part of this too. Like I am begging for some relief.
Seriously.
Here. I'm dying without my air conditioning. Even getting ready here, I'm like, I bet they've got AC. I get to wear jeans and a sweater. What a luxury.
We also only have window units, but
still, they're cranking.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like fall to me it used to be two things. There's the chuggy Christian girl fall,
yes,
apple picking, pumpkin patches, that you know weird ass brim hat,
fucking hat,
the giant riding boots. Like personally, I did not relate to this.
Totally.
Then there's the better, but still not me, witchy side of this, where it's like, ooh, we are witches, and we probably also like
season.
You know, we're kind of emo growing up, and we like bats and pumpkins and potions and the dark and mysterious.
So true.
Not me, but now I'm starting to think fall can also be Nancy Meyers aesthetic. It can
so
be,
true.
Which is like, oh my God. I feel like turning 30, I'm like, oh, that's so nice. I love a little more traditional decor.
Absolutely.
When it's the most like TikTok Gen Z thing happening right now.
So
like,
true.
what is Nancy Meyers? I don't know. Mick will be saying it now too. Like, this is so Nancy Myers. We should get
God, I love
like,
that.
I don't think you've seen one movie.
Totally.
Like, I don't think you know what that means.
Totally.
But like, I want to make sourdough. I might use that Instapot. I probably won't, but thinking
She might
about
come
like
out on the counter.
the fall things that are a little more like cozy and cute and
Yeah.
adults and like, nesting, spending some time at home
Yeah.
is what's appealing to me and
So
not
true.
the like decor, activity side of it as much.
Yeah. Well, because James is very much on the same train of you. His argument was also like, I still associate summer with like freedom and being
Yep.
done with school. And I feel like I do as well, but I've almost let myself be too free in summer. Too free.
You're too free.
I'm too busy. I am booked and fucking busy,
Yeah.
and fall is an opportunity to slow down.
Well, it feels like you're not free at all in the summer then. Feels like you're like actually in a full-time job.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
But I'm saying yes to everything because I'm a yes man.
Yep.
For sure.
You gotta. At least it's fun stuff, but
It's all so fun,
Yeah.
and that's why I can't say no. But then it's like, am I still having fun?
is this fun?
Exhausted.
My 5th wedding of the summer. I'm having fun.
Literally.
But it's also like there is no feeling quite like the last day of high school.
So
when
true.
it is like bell rings, you're throwing your binders in the trash.
No, straight up.
You're walking out of. I don't even know what I did after school. Probably just went home. But
Yeah.
it's like
Right.
I don't. What is there to do?
Right.
I live with my parents.
So
But
true.
like last day of school, it's like okay, cool. See ya. Throw away your work. There is nothing to be done.
No responsibility.
I wasn't a child that had to do like math workbooks.
Oh my
Clearly,
God, no.
I don't know my multiplication tables.
Same
but
girl,
like,
you are in a safe
but I
space.
was not given, these like any real summer work to do in
Yeah.
high school. So for me, it was like, all right, party mode.
No, seriously. I do miss, sort of that level of like actual no responsibility.
Yes.
What an amazing gift.
Like here's 3 months where you're retired.
Yeah. I know, and was not taking advantage, I don't think.
No.
I don't think I realized that like that will actually never happen to you again
No.
until you actually have arthritis.
100%.
Yeah.
What did your summer vacations in high school consist of? Like, were you doing fun stuff? I didn't like do anything bad in high school, so I wasn't like going to parties or anything. So
I definitely did do bad things in high school, but I feel like summer vacation is an interesting one because my family wasn't ever really a vacation family.
Mhm.
And for a while, we were a camping family. And that was when I was a little bit younger. And it honestly is so funny now because when I can't even picture my mom crawling into a tent at the end of the night now. I'm like, there's no way that woman was spending time sleeping on the ground outside.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way.
she waited till you went to sleep, and then next thing you know, she's like at the Best Western down the
literally.
street.
Honestly. And I don't know how my dad honestly convinced her to do that for all of those years, but we were very much like a camping family for a while. And then I feel like in high school, I don't know if we went on a single trip. I'm like literally trying to think.
I have no idea. I'm asking
Yeah.
you because I don't know. Like, what did I do?
And I definitely my friends did start partying in high school. I was a little bit on the later side of that. There was like a group of us that started partying freshman year, and I was like, oh my God, you guys are horrible. You're drinking, you're
Yeah.
smoking.
You're never
bad.
getting into college.
Yeah.
Gets into Stanford.
And then maybe like the next year, I was like, fine, I'll try it.
Yeah.
It turns out it was really fun. Should I have been doing it at that age? Probably
That's how I liked
not. But I definitely feel like a lot of our summers, like towards the end of high school, were just spent doing dumb stuff.
But as it should be.
Yeah.
And I'll take that back. I mean, like, junior year, doing a little bit of that. Senior year before college, especially when I, like, knew I was going to Madison.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, got to do
Right.
something.
We have to
But
practice.
my friends and I joke that I very much went through puberty freshman year of college. It was like night and day.
I
was
love
just all of a
that.
sudden, like freshman year of college, I'm waking up at the crack of dawn, knocking on doors, saying it's
Totally.
like time for game day. Let's tailgate. Let's do this. Infinite energy.
Mm-hmm.
Drinking, so cool. How long have you guys been doing this? This is the best. I'm drunk. Did you guys know there aren't parents here?
Yeah, seriously.
I'm not walking out of my house with a little duffel with like
Right.
a sweatshirt
No
and a
one's
bottle
hiding.
of Svedka. This is sick.
No rules.
I'm not running through the park from the cops.
Yeah.
Just kidding. That never happened. But, like, we were safe. We were
So
safe.
true. I do associate fall also with maybe, kind of like that energy of like because fall in college was so fun. It really was. And football season was fun. Did I pay attention to a single game? No.
Absolutely not.
But having a reason to wake everybody up at 7 a.m. and make them take shots with you is pretty fun.
That is pretty big. That is pretty big. And just like, I don't know, Madison was great in that you had so many places to go for the game too.
Yeah.
Whether you were putting your bibs on and going like front row at Camp Randall.
Right.
Sure. Or, you know, you got a house on Mifflin and you're doing that whole like house party thing, or a couple of friends in a frat. Like there were just so many different vibes you could choose from. Yeah. It was very fun.
Yeah.
I just love day drinking and listen to Kygo is the thing about me.
100%. And
that's all there is to live.
There's nothing more. No. Yeah.
I've been listening to Steal the Show by Kygo lately. Like, that was the song I walked out of my house to on the way to work at 8 a.m.
Love that.
I'm like, I'm going to need this.
Today.
Amazing. Today.
Okay, so you're having a great day.
Yeah, it's tailgate season. Have I watched a second of a game? No, but
no, totally.
It's time to remember where I was, 6-ish years ago.
100%.
And it was living it up.
And it's so funny how that can just really take you back.
It can.
Yeah.
It can. I should have just turned around and put my bibs on and
straight up driven to Madison.
I might.
I know. I feel like for me, I've always loved fall, but I also just love fall is my favorite time of year to dress.
Yes.
I love a light jacket. Not one that's utility based. I love one that is fashion based. Just an extra layer.
Yes.
It doesn't really get better than that.
I feel like you are good at layering, like some fun, cool things. And that's something I think I'm getting introduced to.
Okay.
Because I feel like I'm so minimalist that I like putting on 2 things.
Sure.
And then I'm like, but fall is such a good time to like throw on a cool scarf and a jacket and like mix match sweater.
Absolutely.
And there's no rules, you know? I feel like you can put on something kind of funky and it looks cool when you like pair it with other stuff.
And I feel like it's like it's such a short little window of opportunity before you have to ruin all your outfits with your winter coat.
Yeah. The North Face just ruins everything.
Yeah. No, we don't stand a chance.
There's nothing to do with that. It's so bad.
It's so bad.
I invested in like a nice thick leather jacket last year.
Okay.
Which was worth it because it is like pretty lined inside. Yeah. So I think I can like make that more of a bar jacket.
Yeah.
But it's still like nothing quite like the North Face parka covering your butt.
So true.
To work, you know?
Well, and the art of the bar jacket is honestly so hard because I'm trying to pull a look, but I do need to wear something that if I do lose it at the end of the night, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, that's where it's
so
hard. That's where it's hard.
Yeah.
And it's like, are you walking anywhere? Can you get away with an Uber?
Right.
It's the same thing with heels in this city. I mean, you're a tall girl, so I don't know how much you're like opting for a little kitten heel.
I honestly wear heels a lot.
I hope you do. Good.
Yeah.
But I don't know anywhere I could wear them because whoever I'm with is making me hoof it.
Yeah, no.
Constantly. I'm never just like Carrie Bradshaw, like getting out of an Uber, looking left and right, and like
doing my little run across the street.
Yeah. That's not me. They're like, all right, bar's 6 blocks away. We're on a stroll.
It's a 30-minute walk, and we're gonna do it.
But it's also like, what bars am I going to? Star Bar and Sportsman's? Like, they don't care if I'm in a little kitten heel.
No, right? In fact, no one's gonna notice.
Yeah, no one will see. But I do love that idea, and I feel like that is such a like 30-year-old thing to be like, ooh, cute, cool, stylish. I'm in a little heel and some jeans and a blouse. Like that's such a fun young adult fit. It's so sophisticated.
It is.
But I guess I must be in New York to do it.
Fair. Yeah. I mean, I also, for me, summer by far, I think I hate summer clothes.
Yeah.
I just don't like them. I hate shorts. I can get down with like a dress or a romper or something, but it's hard. I don't know.
It's really hard. And like, especially in the mad heat, like you don't want to layer anything.
Yeah.
You can't layer anything.
Yeah. You really can't.
No.
And I feel like it's one of those things for me where if in the summertime, if I'm going to sweat through my outfit anyway, why dress cute? No point.
What is the point? It's so sad. Without my AC right now, I'll be like,
I know, you're
getting ready for work and just standing in my closet, staring into the ether.
Yeah.
Dreading just putting on clothing.
Absolutely.
Cloth on skin.
Yeah.
My nightmare. I'm like, this can't be right. Like,
no,
I shouldn't be struggling this hard to find something office appropriate.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, I mean, our office is cool. It's like a lot of young creatives, but it's like, Is spaghetti straps okay? Is a crop top okay? Well, it better be. Like, what are you going to do? I'm going to die.
Or I'm going to die in my house.
Yeah.
Are you getting any sleep?
Oh, yeah, because we got a portable unit in the bedroom.
Okay.
So it's like,
bedroom
turn that on,
AC.
it cranks.
Yes.
But we just weren't going to invest in the full shebang until we have a full summer ahead of us.
The portable unit is kind of a move. My friend Evan recently got one of those, and I was kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
She can kind of be wherever you are.
They're clunky.
Yeah.
That's a big gal.
It's a little robot in your house.
Yeah.
Essentially.
But it's like, it's not even the size of that. It's the, like, giant ass tube that comes out of the window.
Yeah.
You know, like giant vent thing.
Yes.
It's like, oh man, now I got to walk around this thing
Right.
and put this all installed in the window. Yeah.
Too bad all Chicago apartments just don't have central AC.
It's inappropriate.
A girl can dream.
I know.
Okay, well, what is your bad?
My bad is lines at street fests and fairs. Kind of a overcrowding issue.
Mm-hmm.
This really came to a head for me. I feel like a real curmudgeon saying this too. Like, everyone get out of the damn streets. But this really came to a head for me at the Minnesota State Fair. Shout out Minnesota State Fair. I have kind of an issue with non-Minnesota residents or natives discovering this.
Totally.
I don't know who started telling people about this fair, but to me, like, growing up, you'd get, a few hours in the morning of it being pretty tame. You can walk around and, like, explore kind of without crazy lines. Mm-hmm. But Mick and I went over Labor Day, given it wasn't the best time. Labor Day weekend is the last weekend it's happening.
Okay.
We went on, like, a Friday midday. Sure. So bad timing.
Sure.
But it's just like, why are you letting all these people in?
Yeah.
I looked at Mick, I go,
we can't fit.
Yeah. I was like, you should have to show a Minnesota driver's license to get in here. He's like, you don't have one, idiot. Like, you wouldn't be getting in here.
That's so
I'm like,
good.
oh, okay, true. But I could show proof of parent residence. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Either way, it's annoying. I don't know how much you've heard about the fair, but, like, it's very much like Minnesota's pride and joy. But
I will say, as a Wisconsin resident, for some reason, I have never been to the Wisconsin State Fair. Mm-hmm. I've actually never been to the Minnesota State Fair either, but that one was always, like, the one everybody talks about. Like, I don't think Wisconsin State Fair has shit on Minnesota.
No, and I will say it's, like, the second biggest, I'm talking on my ass right now, but I'm pretty sure it's the second biggest state fair in the country.
Amazing.
Under, like, Texas, for just scale.
Which Texas
obviously.
has to be, like, 5 times the size.
But it's just upsetting. It's like...
Yeah.
And then there's the spots that are getting a lot of, like, influencer, like, foodie TikToks about it. Like, have you ever heard of Sweet Martha's Cookies, where you get
of course, the bucket.
The bucket.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not even, like, a go-to spot for me each year. Like, I'd love to get a little cone of cookies, sure. The line was absurd. It was, you'd have to probably stand there 45 minutes to get a cup.
Okay.
And I wasn't going to play that game.
No.
So what did I do? I got 2 Pronto Pups and 5 beers and then left. That's what I did.
Yeah.
But it's not even the state fair, too. It's like, as a fellow Badger, did you used to ever go to Muskie Fest?
Mm-hmm.
I waited in line last year maybe 45 minutes and didn't move an inch.
That's crazy.
Again, you should show a student ID from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Or a UW credit union card to, like, get in there.
UW credit union.
Where's your credit union card?
Literally.
Where's your WISC ID? Because this is absurd.
No, that's fair. I also feel like there is... I feel like the internet has made that so much worse, because as soon as somebody starts talking about something, everybody knows about it. Yeah. And then it can't be cool anymore.
No. And it used to be like all of these street festivals, like Dew Division, Wicker Park Fest. I feel like... I don't know, I've only been in Chicago a handful of years, but like 2019, I feel like I hit a good amount of those. And it was very accessible. You could go. It was kind of like you're not doing anything today? Let's stop by here for a couple hours. There's, Rod Tough Curls is playing on this stage, and it's a fun little thing. But now, if you're coming with a group, like, you better stay with them. You're not finding anyone there. Right. You're going to stand in line for an hour for a Miller High Life, and it's just, like, so packed. It's not even fun.
Yeah. I actually didn't go to a single street festival this summer. I wanted to. Mm-hmm. I went to Dew Division and I think Wicker and maybe at least, like, one other last summer. And they were so fun. I feel like the crowd at them is all... It kind of depends on the neighborhood. So it's always a little bit different, but I do agree with you. The lines are long, especially to get like food and beverage. Takes forever. There was, do you go to music festivals much?
Not really.
We went to, have you ever heard of Hinterland?
Yes. Oh, that one was supposed to be super cool. In Iowa?
It's in Iowa. Yeah. The lineup is always amazing.
Right.
We went the first year that I don't hit a ton of music festivals either, especially like the camping kind. Not for any reason. I just haven't like gone to a ton of those. And this one is very much a camping festival. And it was the first year after the pandemic.
Okay.
The lineup was amazing, and we went, James and I and another a couple of our friends, and we went to this festival. My only beef with it is that it is like a single stage festival. So people don't really bop around. So like what I did not know is the culture is very much like you get up early in the morning, you lay out your blanket, and then you're all set, and you actually don't have to be there for a bit because now you already have a spot.
Wait, so you can leave your blanket? See, I don't like that.
Me neither.
I don't like that, but I also don't like the mad like something so embarrassing to me is the videos of Lala opening.
Oh my God, yeah.
And everyone running. Oh, you're gonna stand for 5 hours? Like, that is embarrassing.
No, it's so embarrassing.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, I can't name one artist where I would be
100%
running. Don't get me wrong. Like, there are people, it's like, sure, I'll get early.
Yes.
I'll, try to weasel my way to the front.
Yeah.
But the physical running,
no, like I'm not gonna lose my mind over.
Bring back shame. Like, this is so embarrassing for you.
No, like let's take a step back and think about what we're doing here. It is so embarrassing. No reason to rush that. Hey, they're not actually up there yet.
They're not there. Yeah. I guarantee they're probably not even at the venue.
No, not gonna be there for hours.
No. And then you just waste it. Like, tickets to festivals are so expensive too. So if you're gonna do something like that and devote your entire day to standing at that stage,
I know, right?
You're gonna miss everything else.
100%.
That's just so crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like, I guarantee, that artist is gonna tour. Like, just go to United.
No, like
go to United when they come and get your tickets because it'll be $200 cheaper.
Yes.
And you will not piss me off.
And you don't have to rush the stage.
Yeah. For sure.
I know.
So how long are people leaving blankets there? Like, they will just go about their day and
100%.
come back at night?
Like,
how does no one take them?
I don't know. There seems to just be a culture of like, it's fine if you want to put your blanket there.
Sure.
I saw a couple people maybe like move people's shit a little bit. Yeah, doing a little bit of zhuzhing. And then I think they just really, really oversold the festival too.
Overcrowding. That's the topic here.
It was so full. The lines for food were literally hours long. Even lines to like fill your water bottle up at the little station. It probably took you like 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, it was just crazy, crazy, crazy. And then there was no room. Like, if you didn't get there at 4 a.m. with your fucking blanket to even like sit. And so that was my beef with it. I think they've fixed it a little bit, but that was like a prime example of like, you are letting too many people in here and it's ruining the experience for everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where's the fire marshal?
Yeah, seriously.
Like,
this
get in here.
Be a problem.
Yeah. Take a gander.
No, like, this is not right.
This is insane. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, like, what happened to a little bit of exclusivity? Like, it's better.
For sure.
It's better.
You can say no. Yeah. It's okay. Let's, keep the riffraff out.
100%.
It's also just dangerous, too. Like, what year was Astroworld?
No, right. That was
Was
so
that post-COVID?
I think
or
so.
Pre?
I think it's post.
Post. But it's like, I feel like there was a quick learning moment with artists, big artists, to be like, hey, we're not playing until you take a few steps back.
Yeah.
Sure. But then
beyond
he was
that, instigating, I think.
No, for sure. Beyond that, just like the amount of people too, just like a capacity element to it as well.
100%.
Like a million factors there for sure. But like just the amount of bodies in a space, you'd think that people would be like, yeah, maybe we'll cut back on.
Oh my God, 100%.
If this could be one little thing we can do is cut back on capacities, this could help a little bit, maybe.
Seeing those videos of Lollapalooza this year, of Chapel Roan's show,
insane. I
was like, as much as I love her, I would not want to be in that crowd.
Terrible.
That's just looking like a human sea.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to be a part of that.
And it's like, there's only so many like pink cowgirl hats.
100%.
I could never, like, how would you ever find a friend?
No, right.
Everyone is in the exact same outfit.
Yeah, no, exactly.
It's crazy.
So true.
It's a lot.
I know. I got to see her like right before when she was at House of Blues. I think Mickey
yeah,
was at that show the next day.
That was my tickets.
Oh no!
Was that a sentence? That was my ticket.
Wait, that sucks.
I don't even know how this came to be. Somehow I got tickets and I went out of town last minute. I don't know if it was a work thing or a friend thing. And I was like, take it. And he didn't even like really know who she was at the time.
He's obsessed now.
And that almost makes it worse. Because he's like,
right.
I mean, you'll never see her at a venue that small. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Must be so nice to be an OG Chaperone fan.
Seriously.
No, I'm happy for him.
Right. And I can sense that.
Yeah, you get that. I don't know if I can squeeze this mic harder right now. Shatters the wine.
No, seriously.
No, but yeah, something like that though, like who could predict
I know. The
coolest
trajectory
small
is insane.
show to hi, I am, one of the biggest pop stars in the world.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I feel like that also has to just be so insane for her. I can't imagine being in her shoes.
I feel like she's talked a lot about that lately, just like fame kind of sucking and just being on all the time. And she candidly, I think, said at the VMAs, like, yeah, you get more money, but like, I don't want to be talking to people constantly. It's like,
but everybody's in your business.
That's pretty real. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, and I feel like she's been clapping back a little bit more.
It's funny,
which is hilarious. She's so funny.
I hope she doesn't lose that.
Same.
It's pretty funny that she's just like,
oh my god,
so real with it.
Yeah, she can't help it.
No,
I'm like, I fucking love that.
She turns around and like swears at the paparazzi. I'm like, whoa.
Really like,
I don't even know if he was talking to you, but pop up.
So true.
Oh,
he's probably like, oh my bad.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm gonna lose my job.
Well, because I am a little bit like, why on earth would paparazzi be swearing at people at the VMAs?
Yeah.
But who knows?
What are you going to gain from this?
Yeah. But yeah, and then just to see like that crowd. I actually think she did perform at Hinterland this year too.
Oh,
so I'm sure that was crazy as well.
Was this before Lala, right?
Well, I can't remember.
No, I don't remember when that was.
Because Lala is in August. And I think Hinterland is too.
Okay.
So I actually don't know which
around
one
same-ish time.
Yeah.
I feel like she had a few festivals kind of back to back there.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like there's a part of me, I've never been to Lollapalooza. And a part of me, the lineup this year was really good. So I thought about going. But it's definitely just like, I think it's the overcrowded thing. Like, I just feel like there are so many motherfucking people at that festival. I don't know if I could do it.
Sometimes I just like need a beat too. Like I never consider myself nowhere near an introvert. Don't really get that socially anxious. Sure. I thought. And now I'm like, too many people. Like, I'm going to go sit by this tree.
No, right.
Catch me in a minute.
Well,
like,
that's what I'd rather do.
Yeah.
At a festival, period.
Right. Just kind of hang out. At least, like, as annoying as the pre-blanket lay down is, at least, like,
a lot of hang time.
You get to sit and relax.
So true.
I also have an issue lately with festivals and concerts with constantly needing to pee.
Oh,
I don't know what's going on.
I think it's our big age.
Is our big number? Is it the big 3-0?
I know, our pelvic floor.
I will go right before a set starts, and then guaranteed will go during a song I don't care about.
No, totally.
And I even can like try to ration myself too. Like I'll go all day without a water. I'm not kidding. It's like the same with like
I prep.
I heard you talked recently with James about how you won't get up on an airplane to pee. For me, I'm a window seat girl, but I won't drink anything before a flight at the fear of asking someone to move for me.
Damn near for like 24 hours before.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. It's like, I'm not risking that. Like, at the risk that they're asleep and I have to touch them.
Right.
And I am all of a sudden an inconvenience to them. No.
Being that bitch next to them being like, oh, excuse me, is my worst nightmare.
But it's the same at a festival. I'm like, or a concert. Of course I want to get some drinks, but you got to kind of time it. I don't know the sweet spot yet, but maybe like 2 hours before you stop drinking, and then you've got one drink for the show.
So true.
I don't know. I'm making that up because I've never waited 2 hours before a show to stop drinking. But
well, and I feel like I used to have a really strong bladder.
Yeah.
Not to brag, but I feel like for a while I like probably wasn't peeing often enough. Yeah. I was holding it like nobody's business. And that skill has completely gone out the window.
It's gone. Got to do some pelvic floor exercises, I guess.
No, right. Like,
losing
you should be sitting here doing Kegels right now.
You haven't been? This entire podcast. I'm exhausted.
Oh my God, you're doing a workout. I didn't even know. No, and like, it does suck too, because I also... I hate a public restroom. I need to get over that. Yeah. I really just need to get over it. I just hate it. Everything about it grosses me the fuck out. I also usually have a drink with me and I'm like, where am I supposed to put this? This is disgusting.
That too, yeah.
You can't win.
Yeah. And it's funny too, like Chicago venues are so drastically different
Yeah.
on the hygiene
Yeah,
of
the
their
maintenance.
bathrooms.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, do you want to go into one single stall, you know, random crappy bathroom with no door?
Right.
There's also like a urinal right when you walk out too. We have like a gender neutral one.
Yeah.
Which, you know, great, love it. But like, I'd love if it's just one stall. I'm sorry. Like,
No.
don't mean to pass you here at the urinal.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm an inconvenience.
I don't need to see all that.
Yeah. And you probably don't want me here either. Like, let's just like, you know, either do a large bathroom or just a single stall.
Have everyone
one
in
single door
private
sounds
place.
great. Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah. I know. I think it's also so interesting too because in the year of 2024, it seems like we should be at a place where we know that women take longer to go to the restroom. Give us more.
Yeah, grow to it.
Yeah.
See what's happening and make a change.
Make our bathroom 3 times the size.
It's just fact.
Yeah.
It's just fact.
No, like there's a lot more that goes into all
There's
of
a
this.
lot happening in there. And it's like plan accordingly.
No,
here.
seriously.
Double the size of a bathroom.
And I have to touch up. I'm doing things.
Yeah.
Also, I'm probably like 10 deep in the
totally.
the stall.
I'm making friends. I got all the girls in the handicap stall.
Literally.
We're taking our sweet. She's telling a story. She's on the toilet.
100%.
We have to tell her to finish up and wipe. Like,
Yeah.
We're taking our sweet time
Somebody's
in
in the
there.
one next door vomiting. Like, you just never know.
You're like checking in on her too. Like, are you okay over there?
I just feel like we need more space.
It is make more space for women.
Seriously.
Specifically in bathrooms.
Yes.
And then we'll go from there.
Oh my God, no, it's so bad. Although you will come across like the random venue. I can't even remember. There's one venue like way up north. It's maybe Oregon or one of those has a surprisingly massive bathroom.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. And every time I'm there, I'm like, yeah, I can spend some time in here.
This is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I might make myself comfortable.
Yeah.
Take
But
a load off
otherwise,
in
it's
here.
like, okay, boys' bathroom, no line. Women's
Uh-huh.
restroom, line, literally wrapped around the entire building.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
I'm trying to like I have such a bad time remembering venues too. They all just blend together in my mind. But like
100%.
Metro specifically is a nightmare in that the women's bathroom is like on the 3rd floor, right? Like
Classic.
And that's when I did choose to wear the little kitten heels too. So it's like now I gotta hoof it 3 floors up to use the bathroom, and then by the time I get truly, and by the time I get back down, I forget where my friends are.
No, totally.
Hanging out in the crowd.
That's the other part that sucks is the amount of excuse me's you have to say to get to and from the restroom.
I know.
Horrible.
I know.
Yeah.
It's bad. Do you find it challenging at concerts as a tall woman? Do you feel guilt, or are you like, no, screw you, I was here first?
Somewhere in between. I feel like I usually do try to stand around other tall people if I can.
Mm-hmm. Strengthen numbers.
Yeah.
Build a wall of people.
And I'm like, at least I'm probably not getting in any of your way. I also, it's so funny because like there will be like a sea of couples at a concert and it's like tons of guys standing behind their girlfriends and then I'm standing behind James.
Just arms around his waist, swaying.
And that's just the role we have to play.
He's just being baby girl.
He is. He's so baby girl and he loves it. So
everyone finds their role.
No, totally. I'm also not typically like I like to hang near the back of a show.
Yeah.
Even just for personal, I like to have my space.
Easy in, easy out.
Yeah. And I prefer, I hate the weird beef at concerts when all of a sudden some like other drunk pair next to you is like getting in on your spit. That energy is so bad.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
That just happened to Mick and I. We were in Minneapolis for Peter Cat of all shows.
Okay,
like,
totally.
You wouldn't think. I had no idea what this demographic would be. Like, I would assume like kind of cool, a little older indie people. We are next to some of the drunkest, like 23-year-old frat guys.
Right.
But also you can't be mad because like, that's pretty cool.
No, I love
the
that
next
you're here.
gen is so into cool music.
Yeah,
there's hope for us yet.
Totally.
But it's also like, sir, you are bumping into us 1,000 times.
That's
like,
the worst.
Read the room,
Yeah.
you know? And I know you like sign up for that to an extent when you're in one of the first rows, but people just have a real hard time understanding like when it's a festival mosh mentality and when it is just like
mind
chill,
your business,
crooner swaying
find your
music,
personal space. Yeah,
and don't touch me.
totally.
You know?
I know. Well, and then you'll like have that weird energy where like they'll kind of they're mad at you and you're mad at them and everybody's aware of it.
We're all beefing. Yeah.
And it's like no one's talking about it, but there's a lot of animosity between the groups.
Yeah. Like we keep looking at each other. Like his friend's whispering to him. I'm whispering.
Then you start doing like the purposeful jabs.
Yeah. I'm like taking up as much space as I can here, like my 5'2" frame. I'm like elbows out, try me. Yeah. And then he does. And I,
so true.
And he wins.
Well, and do you have beef with tall people at shows?
Usually not, because I feel like I can find a decent window. Yeah. That's the key. My beef with tall people is when they're a little too clustered.
Right.
Like, if you're going to be two, friends
you
standing
tall,
next
short,
to each other.
tall, short.
Yeah, for sure. Let's get a little staggering here, a little bell curve. Yeah. Then I can find my little window for sure. But no, I mean, there's like, I can't fault someone for being a super fan. And I was born short. You were born tall.
Yeah, right. Just let me get on your shoulders.
This was the hand we were. Yeah. So let me up. So uppy.
No, literally.
I just look at them.
It's your God-given right.
Yeah, truly. So it's like, okay, if you want to be here, I get it. Like, I'm not going to be like, you have to stand in the back. Like,
right. Maybe there should be rules, though.
Maybe there should be.
Sort of a staggered effect.
Yeah, truly, yeah.
Something.
But no, usually it doesn't totally affect me, but if I couldn't see, then we got an issue.
Right. Then I hate your guts.
Then you're dead to me. Yeah. Public enemy number one.
Right, yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Okay, well, last one.
Oh, boy.
I'd love to get into your ugly.
My ugly. So this is very topical because I just came back from a girls' weekend in Michigan.
Yes.
And this specific group of 8 of us total are big on the game Codenames.
Okay.
If you're familiar.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I've primarily played Duet.
Oh,
I have played Codenames Original a few times.
So I never really consider myself like that competitive of a person.
Same.
But I'm going through like a real regression in character lately, I fear. And I am getting beyond competitive with this game that I am throwing temper tantrums. This game and Mario Kart are bringing out the worst of me the past couple years.
I feel that. Mario Kart does the same to me.
Right. And I grew up like playing sports, always for fun. Any other game is kind of like, Quiplash or drinking game. I don't care. Low stakes.
Sure.
But for some reason, these two games, maybe it's because like these are two that I'm actually kind of good at. Mm-hmm. Like you can't really be competitive at something if you always lose,
so
right?
True.
I have like a chance to win.
Yeah.
That it is just getting so heated and I'm becoming such a sore loser. I'm getting in fights with my friends. I'm like getting so hot in the head that I'm word vomiting. Like,
totally.
Mick won't play with me with Codenames. Like he will not be around. We've got a couple girlfriends who are like, you guys are mean to each other. Like, I don't want to be around this. If I don't get we randomly generate teams. If I don't get the few people on my team I want, I'm pouting.
Totally.
I'm in the corner pouting the whole time. And this is just, I'm trying to figure out how to get past this.
I understand.
Because to me, it's like a personal attack. And
see, I'm similar in the sense that I would say I am not a competitive person, but I am always a sore loser. It honestly doesn't matter what I'm doing.
I'm not going to try, but I will be upset.
Hate to lose.
I won't do the work for it, but it is disappointing.
No, like I'm pissed. Yeah, because I didn't want to be doing this in the first place.
I think I just hate when other people are happy.
Yeah, same.
Like, why are you celebrating so much? Right. What did you just accomplish?
Right.
I lost, and this is this fun for you to win?
Yeah, what does that say about our dynamic? Yeah, and actually, I think that makes them a bad person.
I love to play games when it's my turn. Yeah. And when I win.
No,
that's it. That's it.
Straight up. I think it's, though, especially funny that it's particularly Codenames for you because I guess I am.
It's so stupid.
I'm wondering what that looks like for you all because, okay, if I know how. So, Duet obviously is just the two of you, but Codenames is a team game.
Yep.
And you are trying to get your teammate to
you
guess
are trying
your
to
word?
get your team to guess the string of words.
Yeah.
So you will have your little board that you share with the other guesser on your team. Or the other kind of like judge, clue maker on your team. And you are trying to string together common words that you have.
Okay, yes.
Via one word.
Okay.
But being conscious of, is there anything else on the board for the other team or the bomb that they might say that could screw it? So it's very much a game like I don't think I could ever play with strangers.
Yeah.
There's something about
right. You kind of have to have that
playing it with your
language.
friends. Yeah. You like know how each other thinks and like have inside jokes, which is a huge part of it.
Yeah. Are you mostly are you getting mad if like your teammate isn't picking up what you're putting down? Like, is there beef between you and your teammates, or are you mostly just mad at the other team for winning?
Oh, when you put it like that. The latter is big, for sure. It's just like I don't like their success.
Right.
Their success is a comment on my,
failure, if you will.
Yeah. If you will. But I don't know. It's kind of like being the guesser, like the clue maker. I mean, it's kind of funny when your teammates aren't getting it because you get to like kind of commiserate with the other team clue maker and be like, these idiots, they're not getting it. Like
totally.
these fools, and you're like, oh my god, if they say that word, like I'm gonna kill them.
Yeah.
It's more when I am guessing and someone on my team is giving me the clues. When I'm like, why the hell did you say that? You're so stupid. You're going to say, like, you got all of this on the board, and you're going to say, like,
right.
Pumpkin for 1. Like, oh, my God. We've got, like, 10 things on the board. Take a risk. Live a little, okay? Yeah. I'm already getting heated.
No, I love this.
No, it just pisses me off. It's like,
I understand.
Grow up.
Yeah.
Believe in something. Or fall for anything, you know?
So true. Oh my god, that is so fucking funny. I actually want to play with you really bad.
I think we might have to.
That's fucking hilarious.
And if I swear at you, I'm super sorry.
No,
like
I
that's just the way it's gonna go.
I am kind of like famously bad at the game, but I do like it.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to start practicing before we play together just to be safe.
Did you notice the tone in my voice? Yeah. Like, that's cute.
Right.
I'm not playing with you.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Honey, I'm here to win.
100%. And I love that about you. Okay, but Mario Kart. Do you mostly play, are you at this point playing like Switch version? What are we talking here?
I'm not quite evolved to that level yet. I was raised on GameCube.
Okay, love.
Graduated to Wii.
Yeah, same.
And
girl.
now I have a Wii U.
Okay.
In my home.
What on earth is Wii U?
No, the Wii U is. If you've noticed anything about my gaming character, the Wii U is great for me because I get my own little console.
Okay.
I've got my own little Switch-like system.
Okay, yeah.
So I can kind of be in the corner with my own little touchscreen.
I see.
That is my wheel I'm driving with when my peasant teammates or opponents are using the Wii sticks.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wii remotes.
Okay.
So
it's like
that's really the only difference.
fancy.
The Wii U, you get one little tablet
Handheld
situation,
device. Yeah.
and then the Wii remotes.
Okay.
And that's been good for me. I love Wii U because I love the jumps, you know?
Totally.
Like, I grew up, my parents, like, loved Wii Mario Kart for some reason. Like,
same.
In
we
high
were
school,
big on that. Huge.
Yeah. But remember when they had internet capabilities on it?
Yes.
So my dad and mom, both of them loved it independently. They wouldn't really play together.
Okay.
My dad would be in the basement playing, like, I'd come home from high school. He's fully swearing at probably like high school kids. Just
probably 13-year-old.
Yeah. My mom, her fun move was constantly accidentally hitting herself in the face with the Wii remote.
Oh my god.
Like she would be doing, you know when you like do the jump, you jerk it up, she'd slap herself in the face all the time.
Holy shit.
Hilarious.
That's dedication for
sure.
So
maybe this competitive streak is coming from somewhere.
I am seeing a pattern.
Yeah, there might be a little bit of a generational pattern here. But no, I'd love to try Switch one day.
I will say I used to fucking slay
at
Mario Kart on Wii. Nobody could beat me, not even James. And James plays a lot of video games. And on the Switch, it's like a little bit different. Drifting is very much a part of the game.
Yeah.
I fucking suck. And every time we play, I'm like you during Codenames. He wins every single time. And I'm like, fuck this game. I never want to play this again.
I think I played with Jussie and Mick and I threw the remote after. I was
like,
and I had an audience too. So it was really on. And like a couple people knew me to be good at this game. And I was like, fuck this.
Right,
I'm
you're talking
done.
a big game.
Talking mad game. I'm like sitting there not speaking to anyone. I'm like in my element.
Mm-hmm.
Second, it's game over and like Mick smiles. I'm like,
fuck you. In fact, I hate you.
We're done.
And I'm going to burn it all down.
This Wii's going in the trash tonight. We can't have nice things.
I know. No, and playing on Switch for me has been very much a wake-up call because I used to love the game. And now every time James asks me if I want to play, I'm like, honestly, fucking no.
You took the joy.
Yeah.
You took the joy
You're
from
the
something
thief
I
of joy.
Oh, no.
So beware.
We have to find a way to reclaim games that are meant to bring joy. Because I do love them, but...
I am feeling a little bit inspired to even maybe like steal the actual old Wii from my parents' house.
You should.
I know they still have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I ended up with the Wii U. My parents got that, decided they liked the Wii better.
Yeah.
And then I was gifted
Amazing.
this. Yeah.
What a gift.
What a gift. But bring it back. I don't know. I don't know if I'm trying to like change this characteristic of me. I can't let it ruin my days and nights.
Right.
However, there's something kind of fun about being competitive, or it's like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Like friends who are like, haha, you won. Better luck next time. You?
Right.
Like, do you even care?
No, rub it in my face.
Why are we even playing this if you don't want to win? Like, this is nothing to you? You're just along for the good times?
Right.
No. We're in this to win or get out.
Be serious.
Be for real.
Take this serious.
Yeah. Be actual and be factual.
Yeah. Wait, I love that.
I took that from a TikTok.
We're going to copyright that for sure.
Yeah, we might have to.
Well, you're in a safe space. Even if it's something you want to change, I'm never going to tell you have to be different because I'm the exact same. In fact, I see nothing wrong with being a sore loser. I think it's a fact of life. So it feels really bad to lose.
No, it does.
Why are we pretending it doesn't?
No one wants to be a loser.
No.
But maybe you guys should brush up on code names. That would be kind of funny.
No, like that's hilarious.
Yeah, just to see what happens.
And then we all get in an insane fight.
So mad.
Awesome.
Never invited back you again. Mick and I
so
storming
funny.
off with like our bottle of wine, like we got in a huge fight over politics or something. Whatever
Literally.
adults do, but it's like,
Right.
nah, we just
It's
lost
code names.
We just lost code names.
No, totally. I will say a good thing about fall is it very much feels like board game season.
It is board game season. This is kind of why this is coming top of mind because
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out my approach to that.
Right.
You know,
to go into it level-headed.
no one wants to come to my Nancy Myers home if I'm going to be a bitch.
Oh my god, that's so fucking funny. No, I can't wait.
It's kind of against everything Nancy Myers stands for, I think.
I mean, so true.
Cuss your guests out of your house and home.
She's definitely not giving sore loser. I think she would be a comfortable.
She's giving gracious host.
She's giving people pleaser, like she's gonna let you win.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And hey, we can have the Nancy Myers aesthetic without having the Nancy Myers attitude.
This is true.
At the end of the day.
Best of both worlds. That's duality, baby.
Seriously. Okay, well, my last question for you is your hater mode activated today?
Yeah. Nothing particularly. I feel like I'm kind of ready to bitch.
No, I think this podcast brought it out of you.
Yeah, I think if you ask me this after my bad, no, I can get over crowds.
Sure.
But after my ugly, like,
Right.
yeah, I'm kind of ready to.
We just lit a fire under your ass.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. How about you? Is yours?
I would say, honestly, up until this last conversation, I'm feeling the same. I'm feeling like we just got, we had a little bit of fun bonding over that. It wasn't, but now I kind of want to get in a fight over something.
Yeah. I want someone to, like, really disagree with something I've said here today.
Right.
And then I'm probably going to have to, like, double down on it.
Right.
And then I might not even believe it.
No, seriously.
That's my biggest fear, is coming out of this and they're like, that was a weird take, Grace.
Yeah.
And me being like, well,
Hey, I take it back, but I'm actually not
I
going to
had
let
an
anybody
espresso
know.
martini and 2 glasses of wine, but I guess I'll stand on what I said.
Right. No, I mean, hey, we're open to feedback. If you guys disagree, you just let us know.
And if you want to play me at Codenames.
Yeah, challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming on this
Thanks
podcast.
for having me.
This is so fun.
This is the best.
It was fun to get some one-on-one hang time.
Love it.
And thank you guys for listening. We'll be back with another episode